Greetings, Luxe lovers. Welcome or welcome back. Here we believe in intentional luxury and we're not afraid to invest in pieces that will work for us. So if that resonates with you, then please consider subscribing and stay a while. Well, you are in for a treat, literally, because I believe we have another YouTube debut on our hands. Yes, you read that thumbnail right. Today I'm going to unbox one of the hottest SLGs from the Louis Vuitton Men's Fall Winter 2025 Pharrell Nigo Collab collection. So get ready for an unboxing, styling, what fits. So let's begin. So the quick backstory to this is that Pharrell Williams and Nigo are longtime BFFs and collaborators. They co-founded the streetwear brands Billionaire Boys Club and Ice Cream in the 2000s. And they recently collaborated on the Louis Vuitton Fall Winter 2025 menswear collection, which was basically a celebration of the Tokyo meets Paris streetwear style. And as you all know, I love the Egypt New York collection from Chanel, so maybe I just have a thing for like cities coming together. But as soon as I saw this piece, I knew I was interested, so let's take a look. This is just a blank card. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm like giddy. And so I present to you the Louis Vuitton Gyoza Key Pouch. Oh my gosh, how cute is this? You are seeing this for the first time, as am I. We are gonna do the full rundown. Oh my gosh. This is so stinking cute. This is in the monogram beige, they're calling it. It's definitely leather, so it feels like leather, but it doesn't feel very treated, which is interesting because we're all used to like coated canvas. But this feels like soft, pliable, squishy, absolutely cute leather. It looks like there is brushed gold hardware, so it's not the typical shiny. The zipper looks pretty good to me. No branding at the end. And here is the tag. This is what it looks like in the inside. Pochette, clay, gyoza, monogram beige. Oh my god. This feels so good in the hand. And so for those of you who don't know, gyoza are pan-fried Japanese dumplings with this very like distinctive crimping around the sides. And there's basically a version of dumpling for most, if not all, Asian nationalities. And I have fond memories of making dumplings around Lunar New Year with friends. So when I saw this on the runway, like I said, I just was super interested in this one SLG. Plus at that point, I didn't have a key clay, but then since then in Paris, I did buy one. And even though I have a traditional key clay, I just felt like this was a special circumstance, and it is so special. So if you look at it from the front, it has the LV, and that same piece of leather goes to the underside, so that if you look at it like here, the LVs are upwards. And then if you look on the back side, they're upside down. I'm like blown away by how much I like this. I kind of bought it and I was like, I don't know. But it feels soft. I mean, almost so soft that I am curious how this is going to wear over time, because it's not, like I said, it's not that treated. You know how Hermes leather really doesn't feel treated? It's kind of like up there in that quality. I just feel like buying something like this is a little celebration of Asian culture, and I just can't wait to wear this around for things like Lunar New Year next year. So let's open it up together. I haven't seen the inside yet. Here is what it looks like. Ooh, okay, so they kind of like stuck the tag on the inside. So it says interior and exterior are leather, so it's leather lined. It should be for this price. We'll talk about that later. And then it's a very simple construction. So here you can see the stamp on the inside, Louis Vuitton Paris, and then the collection that it's from stamped on the inside. That's nice because I always forget that kind of stuff. You have the typical triangle there, and then here is the beautiful key clay. Oh, nice. Oh, that's nice. So there's no plastic or anything on it, but it is that brushed gold or brass, I'm not even sure, But as you saw in my other key pouch video for the small size, this is my favorite key mechanism on the market, just because it is not fussy. Again, here's how you open it up. You pull it up and out. So super easy as long as you know how to do it. And that is just shining in the sun. Here we go. So like I said, no protective anything, maybe because it is brushed and I don't feel like anything would show up. So you have that on both sides. And then to close it, lift it up and push in. You can just open it up and bring that to the outside. And it does have some protective gusseting on the other side of the gyoza. How cute is that? So that if you're fumbling around for stuff isn't like falling out. I am blown away by this. I did not think I would like it so much. And so let's see. Okay, when I close it, it looks like you actually can't close it up too much. So those like little brass endings give a little breathing room to the chain. I wonder how the chain is going to wear on the side over time. Like, I'm sure that might kind of wear on there. But this is beautiful. I am actually speechless. I'm gonna take the tag off. I love this so far. And I almost feel like this could be a little clutch. I mean, they do make a clutch, but it is a lot more. And so here is what it looks like. How cute is that? It's sizable. It's like, I do have a small hand. I'll do a whole like what fits. But it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little crimps. That is so cool looking. I do want to point out that there is a part where that's where I guess the leather ends. I guess they chose that section because it might actually wear if it was on the corner. It's just a little conspicuous is the only kind of thing I would say, but it has to happen somewhere. This is pretty flawless. And I also like how at the bottom of the gyoza, the LVs line up. So I feel like that was very intentional. And also at the top where it folds together, you have those two flowers. And so I just feel like maybe in special pieces like this, there is a lot of intentionality and detail in the craftsmanship, because it's like, it's not like any of the logos are folded into the folds. Like, that was really well done. And I just can't get over how soft and squishy it is. And as you saw, it didn't come with any stuffing, so they really protected it. What's interesting is on the website it says cotton lining, but that is definitely false. It is leather lined, just so you know. Monogram beige is what they're calling it. Zip closure, chain with hook. Just know that like the regular key pouches, the keychain is not removable, so it's in there. Made in Italy. Défi Homme Automne Hiver 2025. Défilé. Oh, I love it. And then here is a close-up of that gusset on the inside. Really well done, well constructed. I can't wait to try this out. And I know a lot of us can be so critical of Louis Vuitton after experiencing so many like disaster launches and out of stocks. However, I actually feel like the LV out of stocks have saved me from making a lot of bad FOMO decisions. Kind of like a built-in circuit breaker to cool my head down and give me time to see if what I was trying to purchase I really wanted, especially given a little more time for things to come back into stock. For example, I definitely would have 3 Murakami bags if they weren't originally so hard to get, but the fact that this went in and out of stock on the website and I still wanted it definitely led me to believe that I just had to take the plunge and order it. It's so cute. This is like one of those SLGs that maybe you just buy and look at because it's so cute, my little dumpling. So it basically says that it is about a little over 6 inches in length, and that tracks about 4 inches in height. And if you're enjoying yourself so far, I'd love for you to consider subscribing. If you like extreme luxury product close-ups, thoughtful commentary, and luxury unboxings practically every other week, then you've come to the right place. Okay, let's see what fits. Okay, here's my little dumpling. I feel like I'm going to baby this thing in a way that I don't really baby other things. Maybe it's, I don't know, it's just so cute. But let's see what fits. I brought a lot of stuff. So this is my Louis Vuitton Color Mania kirigami that actually has my car key in it. And as you can see, just with a key, there is a lot more space. And especially if I show you the dumpling this way, there's this whole like curved space. But after this, I'll show you like comparisons to other SLGs. So we have space for that. And I guess the way I would stack it is I would have the flat side of the dumpling in my hand and then I would put stuff in, or maybe you might want to have the flat part on top and just stuff other things in. I don't know. And it does not look like a card holder will fit. It looks like a little dumpling sandwich. So then let's start experimenting with just the pieces. You can fit in a wad of cash that fits right to the top. I brought my AirPods. Here is my Louis Vuitton lip balm. That was a great purchase, and this is what I'm wearing today. This is Rose Essentielle, and I feel like I gave this a bad rap, but over time I found that if I used a lighter hand, I actually liked it a lot. Driver's license with the cash. So yeah, there's cards in there, and then just like that, voila, it all fits. That is so cute, and you could even put the car key on the chain and then keep the chain out. So let's try that. Let's actually do that. And actually, you don't even have to put the car key on the keychain if I wanted to use this as like a bag charm. Here we are. I'll just hang it and like let it spin. It's solid. Like it's a solid little dumpling now. So it might distort your bag if you hang it on something with all this stuff. And I can kind of see that there is like an uneven surface here the more you stuff your dumpling. But I'm willing to forgive it. That looks great. And I'm obsessed with touching this. There's something about the texture. And maybe this is what people talk about with the P9 Speedies, about touching it and you're just sold. And given that it held AirPods too, I feel like this could definitely be like a mini clutch. And going back to price, this is not cheap. This was $855, and that is a lot for a key clay, considering now that the key pouches and all their various sizes are like, what, $300 to $400? So you're definitely paying up. It'll be almost $900 with taxes, etc. The Gyoza pouch, which is like a bag with like a little leather strap, that is a wristlet. That was like $2,500. So, I mean, I just feel like I like mini bags anyway, and this could be that same purpose. Let's look at other things that we might want to put in here. Here is my Bastia that I just got customized. Again, Hermes Bastia will not fit. Here is my Louis Vuitton eyeshadow palette that I just got as well. Ooh, that will fit. So look at that. So you could definitely have a car key, some cash, and your Louis Vuitton makeup. Here's what it looks like with a phone. Clearly a phone won't fit. Let's try the Calvi, which is a bit longer. Still won't fit a Calvi, even though that's elongated. So you get the idea. The Kirigami is in the same boat. So because it has that nice kind of half moon crescent shape, it will be picky about what fits. But you can certainly pack a lot in this like pouch-like bottom. So let's compare what this looks like to other SLGs. This is my Chanel O case, which we all know is the same size as the Louis Vuitton key pouch. So here we are. And certainly there's all that room there. And then if we put it in the back, you do lose all of that capacity on the sides, but you definitely make it up in terms of width. And here are some comparison shots to the original key pouch. Here is what it looks like next to my mini pochette accessoire. So definitely more depth, but you actually still get a lot more height and this extra space. So you're gonna be able to fit more in there. Here's the side. And here's the other side. I'm not even like mad at having both of these in my collection because I just think they're just so different. This is definitely a statement piece, and I love how food bags are like on trend now. And then here's what it looks like with my Palm Springs mini backpack. And I'll do a little styling. So here's what these would be styled together. They could be flush, and that's it. But again, just if this was like in my hand, from afar, it just basically looks like I'm holding a big gyoza, which is hilarious. And I'm actually afraid of getting this dirty. I'm not usually a precious type person, but man, I hope this is treated, because if I have makeup on my hands, I feel like it would definitely get on here. So I'm a little nervous about that off the bat. So thank you to those who've stayed with me to the end. Let us know in the comments if you bought anything from this collection and what you think. I welcome you to follow me on Instagram if you'd like to see more of how I style this little baby in my day-to-day and other luxury moments. If you've enjoyed this video, I invite you to go down the rabbit hole that is my luxury unboxing playlist, and I'll put that link here. Please like it if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!